Welcome back to Troy's Travels. We're on a gondola ride in Venice.
Abby.
Welcome back to Troy's Travels, and as you can see, we went to Venice. David chose that for his birthday trip, and he was able to get his gondola ride, which he's really been wanting. As you probably know from movies and television, these gondolas are all over town. There are no actual streets for cars to drive on, so if you want to get from one place to another and you don't want to walk, you're going to have to use a boat. You can pretty much begin your journey on your gondola wherever you choose. This is the view looking out from the Piazza San Marco. You can also choose to pick up a gondola ride along one of the side canals, like this one, where someone is just waiting to let you hop on board. Or you can do what we did and head down to the Rialto. This is a place where a lot of gondolas are waiting, and it was a perfect spot for Rebecca to practice a little bit of handstand walking. And as you can see, there are plenty of gondolas and other ships coming and going. This is a view from the bridge itself. And if you don't want to go in a gondola, some of the larger boats offer some scenic trips up and down the Grand Canal and the surrounding area. One fun fact about these gondolas is they're all black. Since 1562, when the Senate passed the law that they had to be, because people were making them very decorative and many different colors and trying to outdo each other. The exception being for races and certain events, they're allowed to have different colored gondolas. And unlike some of the places we visited, you don't have to negotiate for the price of the ride. They have set rates right here posted clearly throughout the city.
While you're here visiting Venice, make sure to take note that there are standardized rates for the gondola rides. Currently it's €80 for a 30-minute ride with up to 5 people. And the amount of time can vary just depending on weather and a couple other circumstances, how much traffic there is, and distance gone.
We picked up our gondola at the Rialto. Our gondolier started bringing us around the city and telling us some of the fun facts about various buildings and locations. Notice, of course, the Rialto behind us, but also, as you look at the gondola, you'll notice the beautiful carvings and artwork all over it. Although these gondolas have to be black, they certainly have a lot of features on them that make them unique. Notice on the side of the boat, there's an ornate metal figure, and the front of our boat had a metal figure as well as some carvings. Every gondola we saw was very beautiful. If you have some time as you go through town, take notice of the various boats and what's on them. The canals of Venice were extremely beautiful. We really enjoyed checking those out, and the fun thing is, as you can see, there was a boat passing us there, and then as you round the corner, you never know what you're going to find, because there could be clear sailing or there could be several boats waiting, as it was in this case. And to our amazement, this gondola pilot was able to go through each and every place as close as it might be. He never even nicked anything. Of course, there were a lot of bridges as well, and one of the fun things was that our gondolier had to duck from time to time as he passed through the bridges. Originally, the city of Venice was formed in a swampy area, and people used boats like these to get around from place to place. They had wooden buildings, but eventually they started putting wooden pylons into the ground and then taking stone foundations and putting them on top of that. One of the bottom layers that you'll see in a lot of the buildings is marble, and this particular type of marble was known for not eroding very quickly. Then on top of that, they were able to put other building materials. A lot of the doorways that you'll see along the canal ride are going to be right up along the water with some stairs going down to them. With so many bridges throughout the city, it's likely that you'll find one that's just perfect for gondola watching. We stopped on a few bridges before we finally decided where to catch our gondola at. And that's pretty much a matter of personal opinion, because we chose ours from one of the busy areas and went down some of the side channels, but some people, especially travel bloggers, swear that getting one from one of the side streets is the best. Then you see some stuff that is kind of rare and off the beaten path. I like this bridge a lot because it was rather wide, and so the tunnel underneath was a lot longer than some of the others. And then here's a skinnier bridge along that same canal a little bit later in our journey. And again, just as pretty, but just a little bit less of a tunnel. Here's a good view of one of the seats from the gondola and how ornate those are. What was fun for me on this trip through the canal was to take notice of the windows and how some of them were standard, and then as you look ahead of us there are some really beautiful windows and doors on that second floor. Just be as observant as you can on your trip through the canal if you're able to go, because you never know what you're going to see. And just in case you were wondering, boats with motors can use these canals as well. And once you hit the end of your journey and you pass under that last bridge, one of the major reasons that we chose to catch a ride in the Grand Canal versus one of the side canals is the view. As you come out, you can see the Rialto. If you catch your ride from the Rialto, then this is the perfect opportunity for you to get some great footage of the Grand Canal and also get yourself a family or group snapshot, selfie, whatever you want, in front of that bridge if you're a photographer. Some really great views here using the water as well. These were some of the highlights from our Venice canal ride. If you've ever had a chance to visit Venice or take one of the rides here in a gondola, then definitely let us know in the comments below. Tell us about your experiences. As always, we'd love to hear about them.
Thanks again for watching. Please check out my books at www.amazon.com/author/David H. Troyer. Check us out on our other social media websites at David H. Troyer and at Troyer's Travels. Please consider becoming a patron on Patreon. Have a great day. We hope to see you in our travels. I like that. The boat rides continue even through the night. Behind me. Here, good. Both of you pop in. This is Venice.